What's up, everyone? I'm Spiritual Essence 1111 here to enlighten you into the subconscious community. For this video, I want to do a 3-card tarot reading dealing with Jupiter going direct. And if you don't know, which most of us should already know, Jupiter just got out of retrograde and went direct yesterday in the sign of Capricorn. Excuse me. Now, Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, spirituality, education. It also brings knowledge through experiences and dealing with the psyche, with spirituality and the third eye as well. Now, with Jupiter and going on direct and being in retrograde in Capricorn, Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn. So Jupiter doesn't like to be its least favorite spot to be in is Capricorn. And Capricorn is cardinal earth, initiating new ways of thinking and practicality. And since Jupiter is a spiritual planet and about experiences, that's not dealing with the practicality, that's dealing more with fire and water, right brain type stuff. Anyways, and to get on to the reading, I'm still using these type of cards, so it's kind of hard to get new cards, so I do it on TV. I trust this site, and it's psychicrevelations.com. But anyways, we can get into the reading. Jupiter also going direct is going to affect the area of life that you have Capricorn in. For example, if you have Capricorn in the third house, then Jupiter going direct is going to make you see experiences through your neighborhood and your surroundings, and initiate new ways of, and you're going to have the feeling of initiating new ways of thinking of practicality. Jupiter going direct. What is the best advice in 3 cards for Jupiter going direct? The first card that we got, by the way, the overall of the reading is the Chariot in reverse. Now, the Chariot upright is a card about movement. The Chariot in reverse is about resisting movement. The Chariot reversed. In reversal, the Chariot is still a card about movement. This movement can be literal from one physical place to another or metaphysical. A change in where you or someone close to you needs a change in their heart and or mind. In general, the reverse Chariot can indicate that you need to take a hard look at where you are going and why. Don't allow yourself to engage in movement just for the sake of movement. Purpose and direction is important at times. So with that being said, the overall, the generality of this reading is going to be, don't move in spirituality or walk yourself in spirituality or gain through wisdom just for the sake of gaining wisdom. Have a meaning and reasoning behind it. Now, with the first card that we have the Tower upright. So, this is talking about change. The Tower is a card about change. Just as with the devil in death, the Tower is not as frightening or as ominous as the pictorial representation of most decks. Trying to hold too tightly to the status quo can be disastrous now. War with the changes. So just experience what you feel like there's meaning behind what you're experiencing. Don't just experience for the sake of experience, but if you feel like that's what you need to experience, then that's what you need to experience. In generality, it is likely that some people or situations that you have carried on as being there for you may no longer be there in quite the same way. This doesn't have to be dire. Changes the nature of life, and trying to prevent it is like trying to row upstream without a paddle. If you have been building castles in the air, this may be the time that some of them come crashing down to earth. That's only a problem if you let it be. You'll be able to replace them with some more realistic and reachable dreams and goals if some fantasies fall apart this month. Dreaming is important, but it's also important to be living in reality too. You will get through this time just fine, particularly if you remember that you have all the resources you need already inside you to deal with life and to do what you need to do. So this talks about changes. Changes are coming, but experiencing. Make sure you're not extracting wisdom or experiencing just for the sake of experiencing. If something needs to change, then change. If you need to do something, then do it. Don't do it just for the sake of doing it. Make sure there's a meaning and reasoning behind it. The second card that we have is the Knight of Wands. When the Knight of Wands appears, this is a great time for travel if you can manage to get away. You should be feeling charged up, full of energy and ready to get things done. Your self-confidence is likely to be increasing, and this should help you towards your goals. So this is a good time for travel, and that doesn't mean traveling just externally. That can also mean internally and gaining more confidence or having more confidence through the changes. Especially if they have meaning and reasoning behind them, the changes that you go through could very well raise your self-confidence. And this also is a backbone for you to go through those experiences that are hard. So you have a backbone, which is your self-confidence and your energy and your motivation and your intention. In generality, Knights are often message bearers, and in the Wand suit, the messages are likely to be positive and related to work or career. Your projects are likely to have been more successful than you would have expected or predicted. You have a lot of reasons to feel pride to savor it. So Knights are often, so this is also a message, and not also a message, may be a message, it very well could be a message about dealing with practical matters, either work or career or business or something related to money, financially. And then if you've done any projects, will be, excuse me, they would have been more successful than you would have thought they would be. But this is also a backbone through the changes. So this is telling me that there's backbones and ways that you can change if you need to change. And those options available for you through those changes and experiencing. This, especially with everything going on, everything's about it. It's gonna get wild. So expect changes to happen, but know that you're supported in those options in some type of way. Person, place, situation, person, place, theme, situation, or circumstance. Now, with the last card that we have Strength and Reversed. When strength appears in reverse, it does not indicate that you are not strong. On the contrary, it indicates typically that there is more strength in you and in your immediate situation than you are likely to be seeing at this time. If you are having trouble feeling where the strong points are at the moment, get with a trusted and honest friend and make a list. In general, when the strength appears in reverse, it's an important indicator that you have a lot to be grateful for and that you should make a point in the very near future to count your blessings. Yes, everyone wishes for more than they have, more health, more friends, more money, more whatever. Appreciating what you currently have in hand is key to opening ourselves up for more. So this is also just more confirmation that change is coming. In some way, circumstance, situation, change, you're going to be experiencing a town moments, big change. But don't experience and gain wisdom just for the sake of experience, gain wisdom, have a meaning to it. Don't just move for the sake of moving, make sure there's meaning to that change. Some changes are choices, some changes are inevitable, but the choices that you can change, make sure there's always a reason. And through this time, it might feel like you're going through stuff, but in reality, we still have strength. This isn't a card about not being strong or not being strong or not being courageous. This is actually a card saying that you do have the strength, but you're making it hard for yourself through these changes. So don't make it hard for yourself and war with the changes, and make sure there's meaning behind those changes that you are choosing. And there's all backbones behind it. There is stuff to help us behind everything. And with that, that would be the conclusion of the 3-card spread for the Jupiter going direct in Capricorn. I hope this reading helped. Shout out to the Soul Group, and if you haven't already, go check out Dolo the Pilot Man, the Peace Dealer, Leo Keen. If you want any other tarot readings, good tarot readings that you can do is Ollie's Tarot. You also do Cancer Moon's Tarot, and that's about it for me personally as recommendations. Yeah. Until next time, peace.